Hello, my peeps. This Algebra Nation video will cover workbook page 38.
We're going to do a multiple choice question to beat that test. Esperanza needs to solve the following inequality as follows. What is the correct answer? So in this case, you just need to find the correct number line. We need to solve this. Step 1, distribute. 2 times negative 3h and 2 times negative 4. Distribute the 2 to every term in parentheses. 2 times negative 3h is negative 6h. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. And then I write everything else. After distributing, what do you do next? Combine like terms on each side. On the left-hand side, negative 4 plus 12 will give you 8. I'll have 2h plus 8 is greater than negative 6h minus 8. Again, combine like terms on each side of the inequality sign. On the left, negative 4 plus 12 give you 8. Leave the 2h alone and everything else just rewrite. From here, move your variables to one side, your numbers to the other, and divide if needed. Instead of subtracting 6h, I'm going to add 6h to both sides. Combining like terms, 2h plus 6h is 8h, plus 8 is greater than 6h, and negative 6h will give you 0, so that simplifies, and you have negative 8. Variables to one side, numbers to the other. Instead of adding 8, I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. 8h is greater than negative 8 minus 8 more. Negative 8 minus 8 more. Remember, in this case, you're going to add and keep the sign. Negative 8 minus 8 more is going to be negative 16. And remember, if you need to, lastly, divide both sides by 8. Am I going to switch the inequality this time? Am I going to switch it? No. In this case, I'm not dividing or multiplying both sides by a negative. I'm dividing both sides by a positive, which means you leave the inequality symbol alone. H is greater than negative 16 divided by 8 is negative 2. So here we go. Open or closed? Well, all the answers are open, so that kind of helps. You know it's going to be open. It starts at negative 2, so the answer can't be A, and it can't be C, and H is greater. Remember, less is to the left, so greater is going to be to the right, and the answer would be D. H is greater than negative 2, open circle, and the arrow points to the right. So remember how to solve these. It's just like solving an equation.
Ready for your brain break? Don't let this happen to you on the EOC and get denied. End of the game? Trying to shake hands, last few seconds. Hey, good game, man, good game, give me 5. Okay, I'll give 5 to myself. Denied. Don't let that happen to you on the EOC.
Now, a compound inequality is where you get two inequality symbols, but you would still solve it like a regular inequality problem. If you see the word or between two inequalities, solve the two problems separately, but you'll graph it on the same number line. Meaning, if I want to go ahead and solve this inequality with the word or in the middle, I'm going to solve the one on the left and the inequality on the right. To solve the inequality on the left, I just need to subtract 9 in this case. 9 minus 9 is 0, and x will be greater than, remember that x is greater than, 8 minus 9 will give me negative 1. And for this other inequality, 5 times x, I would divide both sides by 5 and get x is less than negative 7. So when I draw my number line, I have negative 1. And remember, negative 7 would be smaller, so it goes to the left. Open or closed? Well, in this case, they're both open because nothing is equal to. X -7. So if you see the word or, solve them both and put them both on the number line. Then, if you see a problem like this, which is a 3-part inequality, you can either focus on the middle or split it up and solve each problem separately. But the answer will be on the same number line. I like to go ahead and keep it together and look at the middle. If 4x minus 3 equaled anything, how would I start solving this? Add 3 both sides. But in this case, add 3 to all 3 sides, because we have 2 inequalities. 1 plus 3 is 4. We have 4x in the middle, and 9 plus 3 is 12. So we have 4x is between 4 and 12. 4x is greater than 4. 4x is less than 12. Then we look at the middle again. If 4x equaled anything, how would you finish solving this inequality? Divide by 4, meaning you divide everything by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 4 divided by 4 will be 1x, so the 4's simplify. And 12